I'm preparing for a debate with Carlos Xavier on the if Jesus has came back, or is the eschaton, was it fulfilled in the first century? Was it fulfilled when the apostles believed it would be? Is it fulfilled when Jesus thought it would be? And I'm saying that specifically because if you just read the New Testament, you could tell, anybody that knows their Bibles, they know that the apostles expected something big in their near future. They also predicted those events to the original first century church. And I think this is a problem when people read any prophecy books, especially Revelation. They ignore Revelation's original audience. They ignore them as if the book was not written to them originally. And so this is the problem. I have a good friend who was telling me that how is the Bible relevant if everything it's predicting was to the original audience? I said, well, how was it relevant in the first century? If it's not relevant to the original audience, then it's completely, it makes no sense. For example, if Jesus is predicting something to the Jews, what would happen in their lifetime? How in the world is his prophecy falsifiable? How is he saying something to them, but not meaning it to them? It's meaning it to some audience 2,000 years later. Or if Peter is predicting something to the Corinthian church, how is it relevant to the Corinthian church if it's really not for them? The prophecy is really not for them. It's for someone else 2,000 years later. See, I think that's the problem here. These guys are prophets. Jesus was a prophet, and he was the prophet of all. And he's the greatest prophet, right? Everything he says would come to pass. Using Deuteronomy chapter 18 as the tool of how do you know someone's a false prophet? How do you know someone's a prophet of God or speaking the words of God? If their prophecy comes to pass. That's it. It's that simple. If they say something and their prophecy does not come to pass, to the people they are predicting these prophecies to, then it's obviously they're a false prophet. I don't know why dispensationalists get into this rut. I know Dr. Michael Brown says he's not a dispensationalist, but he argues just like a dispensationalist. We have Carlos Xavier, who I'm debating next. He says he's not a dispensationalist, yet he argues exactly like a dispensationalist. So I don't care what label you put on it. Okay, you're not a dispensationalist, fine. But still, you're saying that the prophecies of the apostles and Jesus were irrelevant to the ones that the prophecies were spoken to. Isn't that horrible? Isn't that an argument against trusting anything the apostles or Jesus said? Anything. Go back to the Old Testament, understand what a true prophet is, and then see if what you're saying is true. I think this is why dispensationalists, the vast majority of dispensationalists, seriously, not emphasizing for effect, I'm serious, that they all predict things that are supposed to come to pass, and they never, ever, ever come to pass.